Let's watch.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for jumping on. My name is Ashley Strong. I'm an independent consultant and also a national vice president with Arbonne International. But much more importantly than that, I'm a wife. I'm a mama to a 1 and 3-year-old. And you guys, I'm so glad that you're on this call live, or maybe you're going to watch the recording a little bit later. But I want to tell you tonight how I'm leveraging social media, my network, affiliate marketing to make this Arbonne gig work for me. And also hopefully give you some insight as to how this could be a fit for you. But before I dive in, I'd love for you to just jot down earnings.arbonne.com so you can take a peek at that whenever you hop off this call. That's going to show you what's typical. And you guys, here's like, I'm cutting straight to the mustard, right? I can direct you all day long to what's typical, but I also want to touch on what is possible with consistency and with effort. My story is not typical.
Possible. So I find it interesting that she uses the word possible. Also that she just doesn't show the income disclosure statement. Like here, this is what's typical for this amount of people, this amount of people, this whatever. But what's possible? I guess it's possible if even 1% of the company does it. But even then, using the word possible is still deceptive because there's tons of people who do exactly what they're supposed to do in MLM. This is one of the reasons I started questioning things, because I had friends join my downline and I knew they were doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. I knew who they were as a person. I was like, they're not like lazy. They're not all these things that people like Ashley are saying that people are when they're not successful. That's not them. So that's what made me start questioning. But people can do all the stuff that they're told to do and still not be successful because that's how multi-level marketing structure works. It's made and is most successful when the majority of the people are not profiting and very little at the top are the ones making the most money. I feel like even her using the word possible is deceptive because it is a bad opportunity. It is one that you should not even attempt because the money's not even worth it. Let's say you do become the top 1%. You have to do it in a way where you lose all integrity and respect for yourself. That's not worth it, in my opinion. So those are my thoughts. Feel free to leave yours below.
But neither is my work ethic, neither is my vision for my life, my vision for my future. And so just kind of a little bit about me and my background, what makes me maybe qualified to speak on this topic is that I built my way to the top 1% of our company alongside a very demanding, a very unpredictable career as a Chief Master Sergeant in the Air Force. And I was working 60, 70 hours a week very easily. I'm also a certified personal trainer.
Yeah, but you've been doing Arbonne close to a decade. So it doesn't matter how demanding it was. The sooner you get into an MLM, the more likely you are to build a larger downline. That's just common sense and logic.
Also at level 2 trainer. My master's degree is in nutrition. So as you can kind of tell about that, I'm very, very passionate about health and wellness, but I never knew that this was something that I could monetize, more or less make a career out of, right? And so hearing that, you might go, oh, well, it's a no-brainer that she got into Arbonne. But the truth is I did not immediately jump at this opportunity. I was very, very anti-network marketing, and I was very skeptical of anything.
If you were very anti-network marketing before you joined an MLM, and then you joined an MLM, you were never, ever anti-network marketing. You were never, ever anti-MLM. Never. That's a bunch of bullshit to sell you on it. Be like, listen, I was anti-MLM, but then I heard about it and I was like, oh shit, this is actually a really good opportunity. I was misinformed. I was ignorant, blah, 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 blah. So when I hear this, I just almost laugh every time. I'm like, no, you never were. You never were.
Kind of business model like this. The reality was I had only been exposed to really sketchy companies, not so trustworthy business practices, those kind of messages that maybe we've all gotten on social media and we go, oh gosh, one of those things, right? And it wasn't until I met my best friend, Sarah, who was a very successful financial advisor. She had already climbed the corporate ladder. She was just this guru when it came to smart investments, finances. She was also a mom. She was also super busy at her job. And I saw that she had aligned with this. And she started talking about walking away from her corporate career because Arbonne had caught up to that and she was just going to do Arbonne full time. When she said that, my ears just perked up because I knew that eventually my Air Force days were going to be over. I knew that there was an expiration date, and I knew that I didn't want to keep trading so much time for money. And I couldn't deny how much it was doing for her life. And so maybe you're like I was, maybe you're curious, but you're also skeptical. I get you, I feel you, I was you. But
there's a difference between being skeptical and being anti. But apparently Ashley doesn't know the difference between the two because she's using them interchangeably, which is ridiculous. This would have been a good moment where she was like, where she brings up the income disclosure statements, like a reminder that, wow, yes, she was making a lot of money. Only 1% of people who join will ever actually be to that point, and it's something to keep in mind while listening to me. Now, she won't say that, she won't do that because that's the right and ethical thing to do, but she should have.
I can tell you 7.5 years into this business now, what I know is that there are so many professionals. There are fitness, nutrition experts, but you guys, there's also teachers, there's lawyers, there's stay-at-home mamas, there's doctors, there's military, there's college students. There truly are people from all walks of life who are taking this opportunity and they're using it as a way to build potential long-term financial assets. And so I think that now, really more than ever, if you've bought groceries or pumped gas lately, you know that people need their extra right now, but people also want to feel passionate about their work. They want to feel inspired about what it is that they're doing.
She says, you know that people need their extra right now. Okay, but we know that she's making my Texas come out. I think her Southern drawl is making it come out. I feel, maybe not, but for a second I felt like.
Good luck, guys. Here we go. Come on. Oh my God, we got a 101 superfractor. That's a 101 right there. I think it's our auto.
Throw the fire in the chat!
I think it's our auto, guys.
Like it. This is not a way to make extra. This is not a way to make profit of any kind. The majority of people in MLM do not even profit, and most of those people lose money. That's what the Federal Trade Commission talks about, and you should read it. It's in my sources below. If I say something like that, look in the sources, it's gonna be there. But what I think is important to realize is she's talking about extra. People need an extra, which is fair. I think a lot of people do. Most people probably do. When she's doing that in this situation, she's pointing towards Arbonne saying that could do it for you. But when you look at the income disclosure statement that she talked about at the beginning but didn't actually talk about or put a link to, from what I know, here, let me look. Did she put a link to it? No, there's literally no link. And the only time that she brings up the earnings.arbonne.com or whatever is at the very beginning. She's like, write it down. Put a link to it. It's so annoying, especially because I used to watch her as a trainer, like as someone who would train me in Arbonne. And I'm sitting here a bit disappointed in myself not being able to catch these things. But it was before I knew about it, really, is before I knew what I know now. And now that we know, we do better, right? I went down a rabbit trail, so let's just keep listening.
And just like me, they're tired of this endless cycle of trading time for money. And so over the next couple of minutes, you guys, I'm just going to tell you how that can look through affiliate marketing with Arbonne. And so if you've never heard of the company Arbonne, who we are and kind of what...
Sorry to pause it so quickly. I've been doing that pretty much this whole time. It's so interesting, and it just hit me. This is the first time this has ever hit me. When they say trading time for money, you know what? I think I'd rather trade time for money than time for absolutely fucking nothing, which is what the majority of people in MLMs do. They trade their time for fucking nothing. You don't get paid when you work. You don't get paid when you trade your time for money. Like you don't trade your time for money. You trade your time for hopefully getting something eventually. When you think about it, trading time for money is much better than whatever the hell they're doing. Trading time for literally nothing. Like, you're not getting nothing when you're trading your time because you do put time into this. You do quote unquote work, especially at the very beginning when you start. You've got to build a downline to earn some kind of passive income. And that's why they push you to build a team, because when you build a team and start earning that, they're also earning it. But anyway, just think about that for a second. In MLM, you get paid on commission and then the commissions of your downline. If you're putting in all this time, but no one's purchasing, or very little is purchasing, then then it's not worth it. I feel like now that I know things, I'm like, oh my God, that is just logic. Like, why don't people know? But I'm like, if you were there, you were wild for that.
Who we are and kind of what we stand for, we really believe in supporting entrepreneurs. We believe in a community where wellness is a way of life and doing what you love leads naturally to success. Our mission is all about empowering people to flourish with sustainable, healthy living. So I want to foot stomp that I said sustainable, not quick fix, not juice cleanse, not diet culture, not, starvation culture. We're really passionate, you guys, about the relationship between clean products, conscious sustainability practices, and also connecting people to a really nurturing support system with committed leaders and
nurturing support system with committed leaders, or, and this is my experience, once you get to leadership position, you get to look behind the curtain. Conspiracy theorists that just want to make money off of you. That was my experience when I qualified for the top 2%. Just saying. She said I said they're the best bullshitters. I don't know what that was to, but I wrote it down and she said something, I was like, oh, nope, they're the best bullshitters. Like that's what they are. That's what she is. She said, doing what you love leads naturally to success. Does it? Does doing what you love naturally lead you to success? I know plenty of musicians that are not successful. They do what they love, but they don't make money doing it. A lot of times, success in the music world is getting on a top chart, or opening up for this band, or having your own tour, or there's several different ways, like playing at the House of Blues. I don't know. Success is a lot of different ways, but when I look at a musician or someone who loves music and who's trying, there are a lot of people that don't find success in it. Even if they're really good. They just don't, because they don't have the right connections, blah, 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 blah. Listen, you can do what you love, but you're not naturally going to find success in it, and that's just part of it.
And leadership, and we believe that it's both what is in our products as well as what is not in our products that really gives us the advantage in today's market. What is so neat, you guys, is that each and every product on our website was developed with meaningful ingredients, with high ethical standards. It combines the best of nature and science, and everyone is backed with clinical research, a scientific advisory board, and third-party certifications. And so we're certified vegan, kosher, non-GMO, halal, and we're also the #1 B Corp company in direct sales, which means that we have to pass rigorous inspections, and we prove that we balance people and planet. We're not just for product. We've been around since...
She just read that verbatim because I used to say those exact same words in 2019. It sounds really pretty, but being a B Corp doesn't mean much. They meet certain standards, like you have to meet like a score of 80 points or whatever based on their scale. Ben & Jerry's is a B Corp. And Ben & Jerry's is great, but is it like healthy, natural? The way that she's putting B Corp is like green and nature, and maybe I get that vibe because that's the vibe that they push in Arbonne. And it's just trying to show that aspect of it. I don't know. But it's like, just because you're a B Corp doesn't mean you're a company that sells something healthy or that has great products for your body or anything like that. It just simply means that you pass a certification process called the B Impact Assessment, which scores the business in each of the 5 impact areas: governance, workers, community, environment, and customers. That's it. And then you have to achieve at least 80 points. And I think Arbonne achieved 80, if I remember, like exactly 80 or like 82 or something, right there at the very edge. And then meet these labs legal requirements, which vary by company and entity type. I'm reading from USCA, which is United States and Canada, bcorporation.net. It says, what is a B Corp? Mission-driven companies that balance purpose and profit. Simple as that, which is not a bad thing. It's obviously a good thing and an important thing, but that's simply what it means. It's talking about the corporate aspect of the company, not the multi-level marketing sales aspect of the company.
It's 1980, so we're 44 years old. We care about the community, we care about our planet, we care about having effective plant-based products, and we care a lot about recognizing people for their efforts, building a sustainable business, and compensating people generously. And so the reason that something like this makes sense now, right? Like, why now? Why Arbonne? We are so perfectly aligned at the intersection of e-commerce and wellness. And you guys, these are 2 of the quickest growing industries in the world. Wellness is a $5.6 trillion industry. E-commerce is a $6.3 trillion industry.
I used to read that
For the ones ensuring the job always gets done, and the ones wearing many hats, Grainger offers professional-grade industrial supplies and real-time product availability. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With so many choices on Booking.com, there are so many Tina Feys I could be. Music buff Tina at a Nashville vacation home, or just buff Tina at a hotel gym. Book whoever you want to be. Booking.com, yeah.
too. In 2019, she's saying the exact same thing. She's like, why Arbonne? Why now? That is exactly what I would read off. And I'm talking read. I mean, she's got it pulled up. You can see her eyes moving too.
And so we're smack dab in the middle of both of those pillars. Holistic wellness, the ability to click and order. Those are two things that are in huge demand right now. Like, people are not, for the most part, going the traditional medical way that maybe we always learned. And they're not always going into a brick and mortar business. They want holistic, they want click and order. And at Arbonne, we have that holistic approach to physical, emotional, mental, and environmental health. And we believe in that overall well-being to help people flourish from the inside and out.
Holistic is fine. My problem is if you shit on non-holistic medication and things of that nature, the medical field, where studies are proven that these things do the things that they say, unlike the holistic aspect, we're gonna have a fucking problem, okay? We're gonna have an issue. And don't get me wrong, I like holistic things to a certain extent. If I've got an infection though, I'm gonna take antibiotics. I also work in the medical field and I trust it. I'm educated in my field of expertise, my area. When you get educated in an area medical field, usually you get educated on the basics of like the importance of different things. And one of those is proven scientific research. That's proven. Did I already say proven? Proven. So one thing that I saw with Arbonne is it does cross that boundary a lot of times of holistic versus medicinal approach, or a medical approach, I guess, however you want to say it, and they point more to holistic as being a better option, which it's not a better option. It depends on you and your doctor, really. Like, if you can do it holistically, I'm sure that's fine, but a lot of times when it comes to certain illnesses and things that there are things that are out of your control and you do need medicinal help. Anyway, I don't want to go on a rabbit trail again about that, but Arbonne to me crossed that line often and it was bad. Like, they a lot of times push the idea that Arbonne holistic products are better for you than medical field researched medicine.
You guys, here's the thing. We're all recommending products. We're recommending restaurants, hairstylists. We're sharing links all of the time, right? But most of us don't get paid at all for it, or we at least don't get paid generously when we do it. We don't get paid what we feel like we're worth. And the average person, I was reading a study the other day, it blew my mind. The average person is on their phone up to 12 hours a day.
She wasn't reading the study the other day. That's what we say. We talk about it. She's just saying that to bullshit you. She's a good bullshitter. She's like, I was reading a study the other day. Where's the study? Was it a study too? Was it not just an article? A study? Up to 12 hours a day. I'm not on it up to 12 hours a day, but you know what? If you are, you do you, babe. I get it. We gotta cope somehow.
And y'all, with affiliate marketing, like, we have the ability to monetize this thing and spend that time sharing and selling products that, oh, by the way, people are in the market for. And so the way that it works in a nutshell, network marketing, simply put, it's a system that channels goods through a network of consultants. The reason that it is so incredibly effective is because this cuts the cost to the middleman. And in a business mindset, this offers you a higher earning potential. And so when you have traditional retail, you get products, they go, from the manufacturer to the wholesaler, and then they've got to go to the warehouser. Then they're going to go through all of the advertising. They'll go on to the retailers and then eventually to the consumers. And so guess who pays for every single one of those steps in the chain? We do, as the consumers. And even if you get something that you go, oh, this is so inexpensive, the quality is usually pretty diluted. And so with network marketing, products go from the manufacturer straight to the consumer through the consultant's website link. And so less hands means better quality. It means more payout for you as the person that recommended the product. And that's exactly what we do as an independent consultant with Arbonne.
Now, where in that spiel of bullshit did she talk about the importance of building a team? But in Arbonne, that is the most important aspect of making money. Building a team. To just sit here and know that I used to believe this. It's painful. And I think it should be. I think it's something that a lot of us who did experience this have to understand and we learn and grow from. But seriously, like, this idea that that's what it is so deceptive, because that's not what it is. The thing she's leaving out is the biggest part of it. And what she's also not saying is the biggest customers in the company are the distributors. I'll just have to fill in the big ass gaps that she's leaving, I guess.
We simply use what we love. We share why we love it. We share what we use. The home office takes care of all of our distribution, our shipping, our billing, our website maintenance, our customer service. And so when you become a consultant, you're getting the support of a marketing team, you're getting a distribution center, you're getting a business ethics and sustainability team, and you're getting a whole customer care team. There is no like brick business that you could build and have all of that stuff for the cost that you could have an Arbonne business. They're going to take care of all of the tools, the training, the program, everything you need to get you started strong and continue to support you as your business grows. And so how it works is for every product that is sold, you're going to generate commission. And since all of our products are consumable, it means that they're used daily. And you guys, this turns into loyal customers and repeat purchases, which for you as a business owner can mean repeat commissions. We also have no monthly quotas. We have no requirements to purchase, no minimum buy-ins, anything like that. You use what you want, when you want, if you want it.
You have monthly quotas though if you want to rank up or hit a bonus or whatever. So yes, you do have monthly quotas. Now, if you don't want to do any of that and you just want to purchase product, no, you don't have monthly quotas. For anyone who quote unquote wants to take the business seriously, you do. You so do.
And so I do want to talk about how much we can get paid. And one of the best parts about Arbonne is that you get to define what success looks like for you. You decide the amount of time, the skill, the effort that you want to give, and you get to create your own work environment. You get to choose the people that you want to partner with, and you define the way that you want to share, sell, and build. And so there's 3 different ways that we get paid and we find success with this business. The first is commissions. And so if somebody shops from your website, you're going to earn anywhere from 15 to 35% commission. The second way is overrides. When and if you choose to build a team and you teach them how to share products, you're going to earn an override percentage of their product sales. So what's cool is they get paid and you get paid. And so as you promote, this grows. These overrides start at 6% and go all the way up to an additional 18%. And then the third way is awards. And these can be earned monthly. These are all on top of your commission, on top of your overrides. And these range anywhere from $100 to $1,000 extra a month. We also have ways that we can earn jewelry and trips and vacations and retreats and all kinds of different swag and things like that throughout the year as well. And so with a traditional job, right, like our boss is going to be the one that's going to determine when we get a raise, when we get a promotion. But when you're building an Arbonne business, your time, your skills, your sales, your efforts is going to determine your success. And so you're your own boss. You get to create a future of your own design. We have a really simple comp plan as well. And so one of the things that also makes us stand out among...
The issue with what she's saying is it's not true. She's like, you get to create a future or whatever, or business, whatever, of your own design. But that's not true. Because if we were to be able to do that, then our business would be huge and we'd all be making money and blah, 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 blah. That's not how the cookie crumbles in MLM. All in all, poor Ava, she's had to edit out so much because I've been all over the place today. All in all, what she's talking about is not true. She's building a lie. You're taught in this company, from my experience, to build a dream. You try to understand someone's wants and needs and build them their own dream, essentially. You can also ask them what their dream is, but you try to build it in a way that makes them think it's possible, even though it's mostly not. Like, it's very likely not possible and not going to happen for them, just because that's the way the business structure works best. And so that's currently what she's doing, but she's tailoring it more to people who are entrepreneurs or people who are in the business aspect of it, because that's what this is made, or that's what this is made for, affiliate marketers.
Among so many, but as soon as you make a sale, you can earn commission. And so we're not one of those companies where you have to build to a certain depth or build to a certain width or, hit a certain quota before you can get any payout. You earn it as soon as you make a sale. And we only have 4 levels after consultant. And so the first level is district manager. And you guys, these are company averages. And so with every number that I give you, some earn more, some earn less, but these are just company averages. For the first level, monthly average is anywhere from $225 to $1,200 a month. And so this is most people's car payment. This is grocery. Maybe this is daycare. Maybe this is your, emergency fund.
It's interesting that she's talking about the income disclosure statement, but not giving the percentages. What she's not going to tell you is that district managers are 10% of the company. She says the average annual, so it says the median annual earnings is $2,200. For the average annual, so for the year. I don't know what she's saying, but I typed in earnings.arbonne.com, 22, 32, divided by 12 since it's a year, and that's $186 a month. So $225 to $1,200, she must have pulled that out of her ass somewhere, because that's not true and that's ridiculous. So why she would say that when she could just say this is ridiculous. A deceptive, bullshitting liar. Straight up. No other way to put it. $186 a month. That doesn't include any products that you purchase, by the way. So if you're purchasing Arbonne products, good luck. You're probably not profiting.
The second level is area manager. Your business becomes willable. And so God forbid something was to happen to me, my husband, my children are going to continue to earn an income because I've hit at least this level. Average monthly earnings are anywhere from $800 a month to $3,015 a month.
All right, so let's actually tell them the truth. The median annual earnings is about $12,289 for 2.8% of the company. That's about $1,000 a month. Regional vice president is next, and that is 1% of the company. So let's hear what she says.
The third level is regional vice president. Average is anywhere from $3,000 to $8,300 a month.
$3,000 to $8,300 a month is what she said. So about $4,200 a month for 1% of the company, which is about $50,400 a year for 1% of the company before any products are purchased, like before they take into consideration products purchased or anything purchased for the team. Because by this time as a regional vice president, you're buying gifts for your team, you're doing this and that. I mean, you're holding retreats, all of this stuff. So you're doing a lot at that rank for sure. So about $4,200 a month, top 1% of the company. $4,200 a month for the top 1% of the company. That is wild.
And then the fourth and final level is national vice president, and monthly averages are anywhere from $13,000 to $37,000 a month. Again,
$13,000 to $37,000 a month. It says the median's $148,000 a year divided by 12, which is about $12,300. So the median annual earnings, which is the most accurate, is about $12,300. So little less than what she said for the low. And this is 0.4% of the entire company. 85.3% are at the consultant rank, which earns about $77. Median is $77 a year, which is about $6.40 a month before products purchased. So over 85% of the company are in the negatives. Great, solid.
And every one of those, some earn more, some earn less. And so why does it make sense to say yes to an Arbonne business? Obviously,
you know what she didn't tell you, and I said this earlier, the percentage of people at each rank. Didn't tell you that. She didn't tell you that 85% of people are consultants, not district managers. She didn't tell you that those people earn a median of $77, which is about $6.40 a month, and that doesn't include product. She didn't tell you that. She didn't tell you that district managers are only about 10.4% of the company, earning about $186 a month, not before you take into consideration products purchased. She didn't tell you that. She didn't tell you those things because it's easier for you to join when you don't realize how terrible of an opportunity it is.
Obviously, I'm on the side where I've already said yes. I've already seen the proof. I've already seen the success, but maybe you're not. And I'll tell you guys, the story that is so important to share is that we're at a point in time when our products are the most effective they've ever been. They're the most needed that the world has ever needed. And we have the opportunity to sell these as a small business entrepreneur. We get connection, we get a caring community, and while we're learning, we can also be teaching other people how to be conscious of what goes in on our bodies, their bodies, and then we can also earn as we're learning. And so we're able to reap those rewards of sharing this with other people. We're helping people get healthier. We're helping people feel more beautiful. And so you truly do have your own global e-commerce business for a really, really low enrollment fee to begin.
No, you don't. It's not a really small business. You're literally just a 1099 worker. You're a contracted employee. You don't have a small business with Arbonne.
Sharon Arbonne. And so when you sign up right now, you guys, for 4 more days of this month, it's only $49 to get your own custom website link. And so it's usually $99. So if you're watching this after February 29th, 2024, it's $99. But when you sign up, you're going to get your own custom website link. When other people shop through your link, you're going to earn weekly commissions. And if you choose to build a team and teach them to do the same, you're going to earn those overrides on the sales. And so this could be your time for a change, you guys. This could be, your time for a dream, maybe a passion project, maybe it's just some breathing room. Like there's studies right now that show the average family needs $500 extra a month just to make ends meet from where they were last year. This could
Except this is the worst thing that you could do for that, because even as a district manager, you can't do that. So only about 3% of the company might make an average of $500 a month. Maybe 3%. The majority, over 85%, are in the negatives. They're losing money in Arbonne from what the Arbonne income disclosure statement shows me. So this is a terrible opportunity to make more.
absolutely be that and more for you. And so I was asked these questions the other night, and it just made every single one of these pointed me right back to being grateful for this extra. And somebody asked me, what keeps me up at night? Like, what are the things that actually break my heart when I'm trying to calm my mind and go to sleep? How would I want things to be instead if I could wave a magic wand? If that problem was solved, how much of a tangible impact would it make on my life? What is at stake if that problem is not solved? And would $49 be a fair value to get you closer to that goal? And you guys, every single one of those things, I go, oh my gosh, you know what? I never as a little girl had a dream of selling protein and fizz or skincare. I never as a little girl was like, when I grow up, I want to be an Arbonne consultant, right? But I'll tell you the things that I did dream of. I dreamed of being very present with my children. I dreamed of having time to pour into my marriage and my relationship. I dreamed of not being stressed on Sunday night because the Monday morning blues were coming. I dreamed of not living a life where I couldn't wait for Friday afternoon to get off of work. And I dreamed of a life of where I could say yes to things that I was constantly having to say no to because I didn't have enough time or I didn't have enough money. And you guys, Arbonne is not my passion, but Arbonne is the vehicle that gets me to be able to afford the things in my life that is a passion. And so maybe you're hearing this and you go, oh my gosh, I never thought, about doing something like this, or I don't really care about health or wellness, or I'm not passionate about skincare. Welcome to the club, right? Like I was not either, but I'll tell you, any other consultant that's had the success, that's listening to this, that maybe you've talked to, that's talked to you about Arbonne, I guarantee you that they don't regret saying yes, because this might be a little extra. This might be just something to kind of offset, some stress in your finances. This might be a community that you need. This might just be a way to wellness, but this might be something that changes every single thing that's going on in your life right now. And so instead of thinking, what if this doesn't work? Think, what if it does? What would those possibilities be? What would those earnings be that you heard earlier? And you guys, if you keep doing what you're doing, what does your life look like in the next 3 to 5 years? If you're happy with that answer, this might not be for you. But if something in you is going, gosh, I know that I'm made for more, I just have to figure out a way to break this cycle, then I would say lean in, ask questions, spend $49. We do that on an accidental target run, you guys. Like, spend your $49, invest in yourself, follow the system of the person that invited you onto this call, and watch as things in your life could totally be transformed and totally changed. And so that is kind of how you make money, how affiliate marketing works with Arbonne International. So
No, it's not. That's how multi-level marketing / network marketing works with Arbonne International.
invited you onto this call and tell them either I'm scared and I have more questions, so answer this, this, and this for me, or tell them I don't know what I'm doing, but you know what? I'm freaking all in, because $49 is absolutely nothing, and what I have to gain is absolutely everything. And so
No, $49 is absolutely something. Anyway, I'm done with her. What are y'all's thoughts? So, Arbonne, Ashley Strong, very deceptive, very obviously not a good opportunity, especially when you look at the income disclosure statement. But what's interesting is she talked about the income disclosure statement, but left out the important parts, like the percentage of people at each rank. That is so unhinged of her to do. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'd love to know your thoughts. If you want to support the channel for free, you can simply hit the subscribe button, which I'd appreciate. If you want to show that you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. And also feel free to leave a comment if you have thoughts.